Hi, everyone. I want to explain how to make the graph for the peppered moth activity for science. I'm sharing my screen with you right now, and you guys should be able to see my moth data set number one. I'm going to highlight my data, and I'm going to copy it into my spreadsheet that's also attached to our assignment. So I've copied it in, but something kind of funky happened and it added an empty row where I don't need it. So I'm going to do like a 2-finger tap to kind of be like a right click, and I'm going to delete that row. So then I just want to make sure like nothing's highlighted that's particularly special. So I'm just kind of clicking off of my data, and then I'm going to go to Insert Chart. You can go to it over on the right here with the picture, or you can actually go to Insert and Chart. Okay, there it is. So you'll see that the graph pops up, and it looks pretty good. We've got a line graph. The x-axis is years. It has some titles, and it seems like it already has titles for the blue line being the light colored moths and the red line being the dark colored moths. One thing we can do to make it even more relevant is to customize the titles of our graph. So you can click on the 3 dots in the top right of the graph and click Edit Chart. That brings up the chart editor on the right. Mine was already up. And then you're going to click on Customize. Go down to Chart and Access Titles. And Chart Title right here is going to be the overall title. So we want to be pretty specific with this title. So you might say something like light versus dark moth population over 10 years. You can make this title pretty long. Light versus dark moth populations over Okay, so now we've got a pretty easy to understand title. You can get even more specific than that if you want, or make it your own. The other chart title that we don't have yet is we don't have a title for our y-axis, the up and down axis of the graph. We already have an x-axis that's years, and that looks good. So for Google Sheets, they call it, instead of a y-axis, they're going to call it the vertical axis. It's the axis that's up and down. And we need to give this title. So we might say moth population, because that's what we called it in our overall title. Population. That looks pretty good. If you want to keep going and get even more specific with it, you can look at some of the other options here. We're going to keep the chart title or style, keep it as a line graph that's in setup. So if it pops up with dots or bars, we want to just really make sure that we have a line graph. Feel free to explore the customize section. You can change the legend or the key. Just make sure that it is relevant to our project. Thanks for tuning in today. And the last part is really taking a screenshot and inserting it into your document. Have a great day. Thanks for checking in.